Right. Hey everyone, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. If you like my organization and productivity content, then you're going to like this video. It's all about goals. Ooh, love me some goal setting. Although I am really bad at it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll soon see. So at the beginning of this year, 2019, I made a video all about if you're struggling to set new goals or New Year's resolutions and things like that. And at the time of making that, it was like the end of January and I hadn't set any goals for the year yet, but I was planning to. And the reason behind that was because I was finishing my book, The Hormone Diaries. And so because I was like still in the middle of this massive project, I didn't feel like I had the brain space to make any new plans or goals just yet. I just had one goal in mind: finish the book. And I did that, and it came out in June. So yay! So this video is going to come in 3 parts. 1, reflecting on that video, what I said, some updates, and 2, actually, what was my 2019 plan? Because I then did make one after uploading that video. So what was it, and what have I achieved so far on that? Where am I up to on that goal list? And 3, our mid-year reset, check-in. I know it's August, so we're actually technically into the second half of 2019 now, but dates are arbitrary. You can do these kinds of things anytime you like, but middle of the year is usually a good time. It can be a nice reflective moment. So that's what we're all going to have together today, specifically talking about me because this is my YouTube channel. But you can leave your own mid-year goals and reflections in the comments. So at the beginning of the year, I had done some reflecting on 2018, which was a year of turmoil and medical crises and health and a lot of things changing. So that was a very important year for me to do a lot of reflecting on. Yeah. And also you should know that I am a very future orientated person. I actually find it really difficult or just forget completely to do any kind of reflection on like what just happened, because I'm just like, what next? What next? What next? So I'm glad I did that for 2018. I've never done that before. It was cool to like actually sit and be like, okay, what happened this year and what does it all mean? Another thing that I said in that video was that I wanted to get off the hamster wheel of making YouTube content, and that is still the case. I feel like I've gotten better, although have I? Because now I'm doing 2 videos a week. So is that getting off the wheel? But as we'll come to for the rest of 2019, second half of 2019 plans, I do have some ideas of how to do this because this is still important to me. I love YouTube, don't get me wrong, I love making videos, but sometimes it just feels like you have to be constantly churning out content to stay relevant, to still have a career, to, I don't know, just have any kind of chance on this platform. And sometimes I just want to step away and take a bit more time with what I create. One of the goals that I did set in that video was sorting out my alarm clock situation. And I can confirm that I no longer sleep with my phone in my bedroom. I have a Google Home that acts as my alarm, and it is amazing. I've basically been doing it this way all year. My phone sleeps in the office, and it just means I'm not scrolling on my phone before bed or as soon as I wake up. Would recommend. And then the final thing that I mentioned in that video was about post-project blues. So when my first book, Doing It, came out, this is 100% what happened. I felt so unmotivated. I even wrote a whole blog post about it. That's how unmotivated I was. But my book came out and I was just like, now what? I had nothing else to do. I just felt really down. I don't know. It was weird. I thrive off being productive and being busy, and I just was not busy. The post-project blues really got to me, and so I knew that my second book was coming out in June this year, and so I didn't want to suffer the same. I know that I definitely need to take breaks, and I do that. I definitely do take breaks and holidays and time off and things like that. I think I am pretty good at that. But I still always need like something to be working on or something to be looking forward to in terms of my projects. But we're in August now and I haven't experienced post-project blues yet. I'm really busy. I've got lots of other stuff going on and lots more stuff that I'm planning for the rest of this year. So I feel like I may have beaten it this year. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I didn't like it. It was a horrible time. I just don't like feeling unproductive. So now we're on to part 2. What was my 2019 plan and how's it going? I mean, this isn't even a humble brag. This is just a brag. But I tweeted a while ago basically saying that I'd created this document at the beginning of the year with all of my 2019 plans, and we were halfway through and I'd done them all. Go me! I don't know whether that means I'm really bad at goal setting because I wasn't ambitious enough. I don't know. Or I'm just amazingly productive. Who knows? But the things that were on my list for 2019. Number 1, get an assistant. Tick, 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 tick. I hired someone who now works for me part-time. She is amazing and I don't know what I'd do without her. Very, very useful. I'd been thinking about getting an assistant for maybe like 6 months to a year prior and finally got round to it, and oh my god. The rest of the projects and goals that I managed to complete so far in 2019, I would not have been able to do if I had not hired an assistant first. So there's that. Number 2, launch podcast. Doing it. My new podcast came out the end of May, I think. Yes, and we have social media accounts and there's the website for it where all of the show notes are, and I have pre-recorded a whole bunch of episodes and it's just going really well. I really enjoy making it and lots of you seem to be listening to it, so that's really cool. If you didn't know, it's all about sex and relationships and dating and our bodies and just having lots of conversations about that, so have a listen if you're into it. Number 3, start a newsletter. And tick, tick, tick. Done that. You can sign up with the link below. Once a month, I send out a newsletter, email, roundup thing of what's been going on. You're kind of like my insiders. You get to know little bits ahead of time. And when you sign up, you also receive an unseen chapter from the Hormone Diaries that is not in the physical book. So if you want to get your hands on that, you can sign up to my newsletter. My 4th goal was to experiment with doing 2 videos per week. Since doing the Who Am I series, I've been doing 2 videos a week since then, every Tuesday and every Friday. And I've been really enjoying it. It's allowed me to make lots of different kinds of content. But when we go into the rest of my 2019 plans, things might change. Maybe. And then my 5th goal was to do a big revamp of my Patreon and put lots more effort into that, and I did. It's called The Common Room, and I hired an illustrator to do some designs for me, so it has a logo, and we did a special offer and loads of you got some stickers, and I just love my Patreon so much. The Patreon revamp happened end of May, beginning of June, like a lot of things. Basically, all of these new projects seem to come out May, June time. That was not the initial plan, it just happened that everything was launching around the same time. So those months were crazy. But if you didn't know, Patreon is a platform where you can financially support different creators and artists that you enjoy in return for lots of different perks. Okay, now we're on to part 3, the rest of 2019. Let's take stock, maybe do a bit of reflection, and what next? We've got how many months left of this year? September, October, November. 4 months left. Wow, 4 months left. Ooh. So I've written down some new goals for me for the rest of 2019, and my original goals were private. They were just for me, but I thought I would share these ones with you to see what you guys think. And I genuinely am interested in what you think. At the beginning of the year, I did a viewer survey about what content of mine you consume, what you think of it, what's your favorites, basically just getting feedback from you, which will help inform decisions that I make in the future. And as we are halfway through the year and I'm doing a goal reset and new goals, I would love to hear what you think again. So there's going to be a link in the description of where you can fill out this survey. I would love your feedback. I really appreciate it. It was genuinely so helpful last time to hear about how you found my content and like which kinds of content you prefer over others. This is your chance to really just tell me what you think in a respectful way and answer some questions and do a quiz. Ugh, love it, right? Although you won't get any results from it. Sorry, I get the results. Okay, so here are my mid-year goals. Number 1, continue doing the things you're already doing, Hannah. So that's basically the podcast. I might break for seasons at some point. I'm not entirely sure when or how, but that's something I'm thinking about. And then obviously the newsletter and Patreon. So those are things that I am committed to continuing and making sure thrive and I don't forget about them as I start doing more projects. Number 2 is a bit of a vague goal, so I need to like really sit down and think about this and come up with a plan of action in order to do it, but it's get off the YouTube hamster wheel. I want to find a more sustainable and stable business model that obviously includes YouTube, like 100% includes YouTube. But for my personal life and decisions I'm making and things that I want to do, I am not satisfied or comfortable just planning like a year ahead and just being like, oh, I'll still have some money in a year. I want for my own stability to be planning like 5 years in the future. But obviously I'm in an industry that is very volatile. Is that the right use of the word volatile? It's very fickle. Okay, so my third goal may seem to contradict my second goal, and that is 2 YouTube channels. Hear me out. Hear me out. I have been toying with the idea of creating a second YouTube channel for years. And every time I think about doing it, I rationalize it and it's never the right time and I don't have the resources to do it. But now I have a bit more of a solid plan and I do have more of the resources to do it, i.e. an editor and an assistant. So I am seriously considering it. This is my plan. Again, I might include this in the survey to get your feedback on it. That would be really helpful. You guys, you help me out. But basically, I would like this channel to be solely about taboo subjects, talking about sex, relationships, talking about disability and chronic illness and the hormone diaries and everything that would go on this channel. And because there would be technically maybe less content, I would like to be able to put more effort into the quality of it and the production of it. So that's that plan. And then on this new channel would be content like this: organization, productivity, favorites videos, maybe a second Who Am I series, personality tests, like everything that doesn't fit under the like, hey, I'm a sex educator. Anything that doesn't fit on that would go on the second channel, and maybe I'd even vlog, who knows. But yeah, that is something that I'm thinking about doing. It is not a solid plan yet by any means, but I'm definitely considering it and will hopefully have an answer for you by the end of this year, or even a second channel by the end of this year. We'll see. Goal number 4 is to get some training and experience in doing relationships and sex education talks and workshops. Because of my position on YouTube and because of the books I've written, I often get invited to do talks at schools and universities. But as you may know, I am entirely self-taught and I take the position that I'm in really seriously. And so one of my priorities for the rest of this year is to get some training, even if it's just for my own confidence, because I feel like I know a lot of stuff, but I would just like to kind of feel a bit more confident in the talks and stuff that I am delivering. And then also just learn more. Like I still am learning. Like I want to know how to deliver talks, like how to work with young people. I don't pretend to know everything. I know how to deliver sex ed in a YouTube video, but I feel like there are still a lot of gaps in my knowledge and my practice. And so sex education training is on my list for the rest of this year. And then my 5th and final goal, again, this is also a really vague one. My goals at the beginning of the year were very concrete. Launch this thing, do this thing, do this thing. The rest of this year, it's more vague and like making plans and figuring out stuff. But my final one is to actually figure out how to do both of my passions at the same time. I'm going to tell you what my 2 passions are. My 2 passions are 1, sex education. This is something that I'm so passionate about. It's something that I want to continue doing on YouTube, in my podcast, and then also, like I said, explore doing it in person. My second passion is things like social media, creativity, business. I just want to figure out how I can fulfill my desire to be doing both of my passions, because I love talking about sex and I love talking about spreadsheets and Instagram. I don't have any of the answers right now. My goal for the rest of 2019 is to figure a lot of stuff out. Like I said, please do fill out my viewer survey, whether you watch all of my videos or you've only just started watching and you'd like dip in and out. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your feedback. Let me know in the comments how you've been getting on with your 2019 goals and if you've been making any more halfway through the year. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and don't forget to subscribe because I make new videos every week, at least for now. Bye! I wanted to get off the hamster wheel of making YouTube content.